What's going on, Guardians? It's Dizzle here, and in this video I'm showing a build that I kind of previewed before Final Shape dropped and I haven't got to run yet, and that is Nezarec Sin with Graviton Lance. This is a great pairing, especially on Prismatic. So before we get into the video, I just want to remind people that there's a link in the description of this video to donate to the Bungie Foundation. So if you feel like doing that and getting some cool emblems, then please do that. Anyways, back to the build. I've got the Destiny Data Compendium pulled up here, and Void kills with Nezarec Sin grant Abyssal Extractors for 2.5 seconds, and it maxes out at 20 seconds. During that time when it's active, you get 300% additional base grenade and melee regen, and 200% additional base class and super regen. So this build, as we all know by now, basically, Prismatic is all about spamming your abilities. I don't know what was going on with that servitor. He should have shielded and he didn't, but this is probably one of the most hardest and annoying parts of the strike is right here, because these two barrier servitors stack up and they can make all the enemies around them immune. But anyways, Prismatic is all about spamming your abilities, and this build allows you to do it super well, because it just, as you get void kills, it lowers your ability cooldowns. So very strong. So watch how fast I melt this barrier. Oh, that's actually, I forgot to throw a melee, but I've got Facet of Dawn on. So had I thrown a melee, I would have had Radiant on top of the weaken grenades. I have whatever facet makes your void grenades weaken and your arc grenades jolt. I've got that one on, and then we've got, what's it called? The Expanding Abyss. So when something is weakened, it's taking 25% more damage instead of a 15% weaken. So yeah, we can absolutely shred things. Let's see if I get the combo right here. Do that. No, again. Oh, there I melee. So look, once I get bait and switch on Edge Transit going, that was like 3 grenades to kill. I know it wasn't like fully, the barrier wasn't full health, but still, that was a super quick melt. So that saves on ammo throughout the run. And then again, because we're building into ability spam so much. Oh, and Devour is kind of like the king of this. Like, look at how aggressively I play here, and I just get my health back. So Devour, Feed the Void is obviously super good for this build. And then I decided to go with Hellion. I haven't used it in endgame content or really much content at all, and it's very good. Because it can allow you to ignite targets, and next week we're getting a thing where your ignitions deal greater blast radius and I think more damage as well. I can't quite remember. But yeah, basically we're just spamming our abilities as much as we can here. This was my first run with this build. Obviously I soloed the Nightfall yesterday, so I kind of knew more what to expect, even though there is a part in the boss room where I do get close to dying because I forgot about an enemy spawn. But anyways, I'll get to that when the time comes. Song of Flame. So Solar Surge is on, and Song of Flame is one of the best supers in the game. I've talked about this before, because it allows you to shoot your weapons during your super. So as you saw, I was shooting my weapon on that barrier servitor, and then, yeah, so, sorry, 3 shots there with the Edge Transit once I popped his shield, because we had the Radiant going and the Weaken going, so that was crazy. But Song of Flame, yeah, it allows you to use your weapon, so you can stun champions while in your super, and then take them out. So, obviously, extremely effective. And here, again, we get another one of those big combos, takes out a barrier servitor in 3 freaking grenade launcher shots. Like, that's crazy. And yeah, with all these red bars, especially in this GM, there's like a lot of easy red bars to kill, and Graviton Lance absolutely slaps. And again, it's, if I have something weakened, it's benefiting from Expanding Abyss, and I have the the fragment that if I get grenade kills, I will get Unraveling Rounds for my void weapons, and if I get melee kills, I get, what is it? Unraveling Rounds on my strand weapon. So I have the call with unstoppable sidearm, so that's obviously very, very strong with it. There is threaded blast, so I shoot a tangle with a strand weapon and it makes a bigger explosion. And you can just see I don't have to stop what I'm doing ever because of Devour. I never really have to play cover. I was purposely playing quite aggressive because I wanted to show off this build. I'll probably make a build video on it at some point. But if you're watching this, obviously you get a nice free preview. There is Threaded Blast again, takes out all the rushing Thrall. We're just going to weaken this guy, unravel him, deal damage with our Graviton. Like I said, this build goes extremely hard. I'm so impressed with it. And look, we're proccing Vorpal Weapon on these Shriekers. Again, this is why I'm running this call. It's got Vorpal Weapon and it's got Demolitionist. So yeah, Lead from Gold, One for All is great, don't get me wrong, but this works way better in my opinion for this Nightfall in particular. So, the one thing this build doesn't really shine on is these long-range knights. There's 3 of them in this Nightfall, where you have to be a little patient. So I try to move up as much as I can, and I hit my shots, luckily. And yeah, so it's not the easiest to hit those edge transit shots from afar, especially on the guy on the beam later on, which I'll get to. But yeah, we take these guys out pretty well, and again, you could see Devour like saving me because I chucked a grenade. That knight was putting in damage, and then I think the grenade killed an acolyte while I was dealing with the knight. So that's really strong, and right here, I think I get an ignition. So maybe it's 4 Helion shots, I think, and then we ignite, and then we kill all those acolytes around. So yeah, I was really impressed with Helion actually. I didn't really know what to expect. I don't love how it shoots so slowly. So I thought it might be kind of useless, but no, it's kind of nice, especially because the boss has a solar shield. So here again, I popped that shield, and now I can go in with my super. Unfortunately, I didn't realize he took damage, so I got kind of messed up there. But it is what it is. So yeah, Song of Flame, really good right there, obviously. And I forgot to pick up that ammo behind me, so I didn't have any edge transit there, so a little bit of a slowdown, but not a big deal. We take him out super easily. And again, this build, pretty much just spam your abilities. There's really no reason to be like there. I kind of just chucked out my grenade, even though he was half health. And I've got the barriers in the next room. But because I have Transcendence, and you get Transcendence super fast with this build because we've got Unraveling Rounds and the Arcane Needle melee and the Call sidearm, so we can get Darkness really quickly. And then we can get Light really quickly, obviously, with our Void and then our Void grenades and stuff. So here, they don't stack up for me too nicely. So yeah, this part was kind of ugly, but it is what it is. So yeah, I like them to shield at the same time so I can take out the ads that are immune by them, but it didn't work out that way on this one. So we just take out the one, and then we can just deal with the other. But again, you can see I got like volatile rounds going, unravelings going to do like AoE damage plus extra damage to that servitor. Look, I wasted a GL shot there just because the game was like having trouble registering the health bar because there was just so much damage hitting that barrier all at once. Like I said, it was volatile, it was unraveled. I don't know if I had Radiant there, but we had Expanding Abyss with a bait and switch GL. Like, that thing was taking some serious heat right there. So, unfortunately, in this transition section, I don't get a rally flag, but if there is one, you can swing by there and top up your ammo, which would have been nice because I do only have 9 GL shots. But it is what it is. So we just cruise over here and hack this part. I'm just going to speed this part up. So this, I wasn't totally sure how to deal with it because I want to use the super for the ads and the boss. I maybe could have played aggressively here and like got up on the boss quicker, but I didn't. And then she rotates to me, so we back up here. And now I'm just kind of waiting for my super. I get it at the perfect time. There, I tried to proc Devour, and I'm not sure how it didn't, because the only thing that could have killed it was my Helion or my Void Grenade, but whatever. So I thought the knight was going to die there, which was unfortunate that it didn't, but oh well, it was 1 health. And then we just take out this knight quickly. And yeah, so Song of Flame makes that part super easy. But the problem is now you don't have it for these wizards and the boss in the back. That's the only kind of crappy thing with how I played that right there. Maybe I could have used Transcendence or something on the, on the ads, and then my super to push Navoda and those 2 wizards. That might have been the better play. And look at this, like, come on. Why is it gotta be like that? Like hitting every rafter. Like, hopefully Bungie kind of does something about that. I'm not sure if there's anything they could do about that, but it was kind of annoying because I'd like to be getting some free damage on Navoda. And again, if I hit her 4 times, that should stack up enough Scorch to cause an ignition. But it is what it is. There, I just go pick up some more ammo that was hiding in there. Screw up the grenade throw, unfortunately. I hate how this boss moves, man. So fucking spastic. It's really annoying, to be honest. I don't recommend precision weapons. So here, I should have chucked out the grenade first and killed that thrall first, because then I could have killed him in 1 stun. So now I think he becomes unweakened before I can take advantage of Expanding Abyss. Yeah, he's unweakened now. So had I done that properly, I'd probably kill the ogre. But yeah, I was just a little impatient, not waiting for those thrall to push down. But yeah, that's why I had to back up. But he was left 1 shot. And now we have the annoying knight up in the rafters. But first, I think I take out the enemies below. So here, watch. I just need a bit of strand damage, so I'm just going to get some shots in with the call. And then we're going to get our Transcendence. So we get a really nice grenade here. They were stacked up really nicely for me. And then, yeah, we can just go in with the call. And yeah, I know on my Hunter run, that part took a lot longer. But, yeah, Prismatic Warlock with this build just goes crazy. So yeah, those weaken grenades are well worth the -10 to discipline or whatever it is, because especially with Expanding Abyss, it just helps a ton. And then on the boss, we can throw a grenade right before casting Song of Flame, and then we're doing 15% more damage with our super as well. So we get all the lower enemies down, and now it's just this guy up top who's really annoying to deal with. Luckily, I had a couple heavy bricks to make this easier. He's so annoying because, again, I have a rocket-assisted sidearm and they're projectiles, so he's kind of hard to hit. We're going to cast the Rift to stay alive. I could have maybe just popped my super and gone up on him, but I wasn't trying to play too aggressive. Like, look, my first melee went low, so I aimed the next one super high, and then it misses high. So I'm not proccing Radiant. I whiffed my grenade badly. Barely do damage with the sidearm there. Like, yeah, this knight is just a giant pain in the ass. In a team, it's not such a big deal. Like, I mean, lots of things in a team aren't a big deal. But, yeah, this guy is just especially annoying. I just don't know the best way to deal with him. I'm trying to hit my shots, but you can see I'm only getting 1 damage number. That last one hit direct. But again, I'm hitting that stupid railing in front. If that railing wasn't there, this guy would be much easier to deal with. But, yeah, it is what it is. Here, I fuck up. I should have just used Song of Flame, but I tried to get cute and just use my Prismatic. And yeah, you'll see I just kind of mess this up. So yeah, again, it is what it is. Fucking Bungie, fix knights not taking crit damage. Ariana's Vow is getting a buff, and it relies on crits. So it better be able to one-shot, body shot a barrier knight. Otherwise, this buff, I mean, it'll still be nice, but it's not going to be near as good as it should be. Like, that is my biggest pain point in the game right now. It's bothered me for freaking seasons and seasons. So here I also fuck up. I thought there might be heavy ammo up here. I should have checked beforehand. There wasn't. So I lose half my Song of Flame that I could have just went in, and I guess these doors take so long to load, I probably would have lost my Song of Flame anyways. So yeah, maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, just kind of annoying. I should have just popped Song of Flame, like I said, to begin with and kept my Prismatic. But it is what it is. Again, not every run is perfect. Actually, no runs are perfect. There's always something. But yeah, Barrier Knights, make them take crit damage, please. So if you watch my video from yesterday on the Hunter, I was using Stylus Executioner to really take advantage of, like, just to help me stay alive and just see the enemies that are coming at me. Where this, with Devour, I can just play aggressively the whole time. So it speeds up this boss room immensely because you're not having to hide, you're not having to play super safe, you can just like go in on everything. It's crazy. So there, again, her movement is just wild as fuck. Like, oh, this bitch, man. I tell ya. So anyways, just spamming abilities while we're in our Transcendence. So again, that's where this build is so nice. I ran this actually on Controversial Warlock because I plan on making a video on that. And I actually got to the boss room in pretty good time. But then when I ran this build, I was like, okay, Prismatic is just, yeah, it's just so much better. And a big reason is Transcendence. Because I'm able to just spam abilities and you just have so many things benefiting you. Like being able to have access to Radiant and Weaken, especially in this, like it just speeds up the boss fight so much. I mentioned in that Hunter video why I like Dragon's Breath is because it has high total damage and Navoda has like a huge health bar, so you need something that can like put out lots of damage. Well, Song of Flame and having a Transcendence every minute really helps you put out a lot of damage. Transcendence just supplements your damage so much. And again, when you are doing damage with your weapons, you're getting the most bang for your buck because you're using things like Weaken and Radiant. So here, I think I wait out my grenade and then I pop a Song of Flame. Even though I could have just popped, whatchamacallit, Transcendence, and that would give me my grenade back. Plus, I think your Void Transcendence will even weaken. I'm not 100% sure. But what was nice is I was able to push her health gate to get these guys. And right there, I could have just popped Song of Flame and went in. But again, I want to get a weaken on the boss to get the most out of my Song of Flame. So here and now, we're going to do that. It's just a shame those guys didn't spawn a little sooner because I got Void kills with my Graviton Lance. And again, that's granting me 3x grenade regen. So then we just use our super on those ads that are spawning to quickly take them out. And then we just go back to dealing with the boss. And look at that. Pretty much all the enemies are dead from just God knows what. Probably unraveling because they ran up. And then, yeah. Now the boss is pretty much ready to get pushed. She's still unraveled, so she didn't have her shield up. So that was nice. And again, that's because in my super, I'm getting melee kills. And that's granting my strand weapons unraveling rounds. So here we're a little late. Again, I didn't proc Radiant. I got to get better at that. So I didn't one phase him, but that's okay. We can quickly and easily take him out here. And again, this build is just so good for taking things out so quickly. Like, it actually blows my mind. So we've got more ads spawning in. Now we're going to finally take advantage of our Transcendence. I could have popped my Transcendence on the boss, like I said, and probably had it back by then again, just because of how quickly you get it back. Especially Song of Flame will give you your Transcendence back like in one go. So here I'm just more worried about the ads than the Ogre. The red bar Ogre is actually more threatening because the Unstop, we all, or at least veteran players all know like the AI of champions. So you can just stun it and then it's not a threat, where that red bar one just keeps shooting at you. So yeah. Here, I don't like this spot actually. I shouldn't have cast my Rift here. I should have cast it on the other side. It's just a little too skinny. You can still take splash damage from Navoda. But yeah, I'm just trying to wait out my Song of Flame. I could have gone in with some edge transit ammo, and I probably should have, but like I said, I just didn't like where I was set up. And yeah, sometimes it's good to just back up and regroup. So again, these guys come, they could have came a little sooner. That would have been nice because I could have got these void kills and that would have given me super energy. But it is giving me grenade energy. So again, now I'm just going to wait that out. And again, I've got demo. So I could have killed those guys with my demolitionist sidearm and got it. Or I'm getting abyssal extractors to give me extra grenade. So we get the weaken, we pop the Song of Flame, and we go to town. And just watch our health bar here. I'm still not used to the cooldowns. I snapped a little too soon. But yeah. So then I know these guys are coming. So I'm just going to back out, play it safe. Could I have got one more grenade off? Yes. But it's whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, now we've got all our abilities. We're just going to kill these things. And yeah, Graviton, like, look how hard it hits. It's crazy. And I've got Void Weapon Surge. I didn't mention that. On my boots, I have, like, the Grenade Innervation or whatever it is. I think I have the melee one, and then I have a Void Weapon Surge. So there, we get our grenade down first, because we're going to get our grenade back once we pop Transcendence. So that's just a little optimization thing. So here's the part where I should have died. I totally forgot about those Cursed Thrall, or just didn't realize they were coming. Yeah, got lucky there, so thank goodness. So just remember them. Have a look around before you start going in on boss damage and all that. And then there, I think we pushed her. Yeah, we did. So now we've got the enemies coming in. I forgot, kind of, they all spawn down low. So, well, I didn't forget. I ran down low by default, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's the last phase already. So then I go back up top. This is where you want to be for this part of the phase, in my opinion. So we're just gonna take our time. Like, I wasn't speedrunning this at all, as you could see. Like, I was playing safe when I had to. I would back up if I felt I was in danger. Like, when those ads come in, I just go to that one corner just to play safe. So there, I proc Devour. I might have had it before, but I wanted to make sure I had it, because look at that grenade regen. Between Abyssal Extractors and Devour, you're just getting crazy good grenade regen. I threw that grenade a little late. I wanted to get the ads coming in and the boss, but unfortunately I threw it over the ads rushing in. So yeah, that was too bad. But look, I almost have my grenade back again because Demolitionist on this thing. So very, very nice. We take out that knight with our Hellion and our sidearm. And now we're on to the final phase. So I'm actually saving my super here for... What am I doing? I don't know. I guess I was waiting for her attack or something. I basically wasted all my Radiant there. But I do have 2 melees. So even in this run, like, watching it back, I wasn't spamming my abilities near enough for how much you get them in this run. Now, yeah, we pop Transcendence. Just try to keep doing damage. I was a little nervous just because that crate is right there, and I did not want to hit my GL off the crate. So here, I probably could have melted in one go had I played that smarter and just went at the boss, but I wanted to get some enemies down, and because I wasn't sure if it would be enough damage, and I didn't want to be like right up in her face. But yeah, either way, she's close to death. That one knight shot me. But it is what it is, and we take her out. So yeah, 23 minutes solo isn't terrible. Again, I wasn't trying to speedrun this. This was just like the build carrying. And like I said, on how many champions and stuff did I kind of go in the wrong sequence or forget to proc Radiant. So I definitely could have optimized this. I think if I ran it back and had a good run, I could get around 20 minutes with this build, which is pretty decent. So anyways, if you enjoyed, thanks so much for watching. And like and subscribe and all that, and take care.